Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the next concept of the reproductive health. And we know that right now we are in the methods of preventing conception. So far, we covered few things like natural methods. Here you can see the natural methods. I believe we completed barrier methods. Now we jump into the next topic called intrauterine devices. Okay, now look at the name itself, intrauterine devices. A device, any device that can be inserted into the uterine to prevent the conception is said to be intrauterine devices. Now, we'll just jump into the specific topic. Now, I want all of you to say this one. There are a few things which I have taken out of the textbook and I just pasted right over here. These devices are inserted by doctor, not by humans, like lay people or who are not having any uh, who are not able to do it by themselves. And this is strictly said by the doctor to be done with the help of doctors and expert nurses because it uh, involves the sterility matter. So here, these are the devices which can be inserted into the uterus, and the most ideal contraceptive of all the contraceptive devices are IUDs only. The main purpose, I believe everybody know that. The reason is to prevent the conception. Maybe it can be to delay the pregnancy or maybe give space between the children. Okay. And IUDs are the most widely accepted contraceptive devices in India also. What are the types of them? These are the three types: non medicated, copper IUDs, and hormonal IUDs. Please remember these terms you are supposed to be learning. The examples of each IUD. We'll discuss further into it. First of all, non-medicated IUDs. One of the example is Lippy's loop. Remember the name itself tells non-medicated. That means they don't have any um, medical background, but like I said, na, here they are made up of polyethylene and they are not toxic and which can last for longer time. Now, how it help you? How it help a mother or a woman to not to conceive? Remember, they are non-medicated. That means they don't have any hormonal action. What they do is they create inflammation. Remember, inflammation is a method of body response against any foreign objects. Like suppose if you slap a person right on the face, you can see the whole cheeks get swollen. There is a kind of inflammatory action. Even if you see, if you have any infection right on the body, you can see there is swelling, reddish or pinkish swelling. This is a kind of inflammation. Same way, if Lippy's loop is inserted by the doctor into the uterine wall gets swollen and become inflammatory. You may ask me, what is the purpose of inflammation? This create or change the surface of uterine wall so that the sperm movement can be inhibited or stopped. Okay, so there is no such thing like creating hormones or anything. Just simply a device which can um, which can stop the movement of the sperm. Okay, and here are some of the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so this is non-medicated. Example is Lippy's loop. Now, if you move to the next one called copper releasing IUDs, So here also we can see in this picture, this is T, copper T. We can call the shape itself like copper T, T-shaped. Okay, and you can see this is the X-ray picture of copper T being present inside the uterus. Okay, now how it helps? Remember, these are three types. One is, like I said now here, non-medicated, copper, and hormone releasing. Okay, uh, now how copper IUD helpful in the prevention of conception? Remember the T-shaped IUD, which is inserted into the uterine, made up of copper ions. What copper ion do as soon as it is inserted into the uterine? It will secrete copper in minute proportions, which can, I mean, like, you can see copper ions. What it will do now, even after release of sperm or semen into the body, the copper ions will reduce or suppress the sperm movement. So there are less chances of fertilizing capacity of sperms. Okay, remember these IUDs are releasing copper ions in the uterine space. So it's like whether it is an non-medicated or copper releasing or hormone releasing intrauterine device, these are used to prevent conception. That means even copulation or coitus can occur. So sperm can be introduced or semen can be introduced. So these IUDs will prevent the motility of the sperms, whether it is a non-medicated or copper releasing IUD. Okay. The next one is hormone releasing IUD. Here, these are the devices which release some chemical, like a chemical like progest, progestasert or LNG20. So these hormone releasing IUDs will release hormones. Look at here. See these hormones, progesterone, most commonly used T-shaped device, and it is, you can see, it is made up of hormone called progesterone, and it can, when once it is inserted, it can be useful up until 1 year also. Okay, now what the action, how it act? It increases the viscosity of cervical mucus. Remember now, long back we heard like the uterine wall, cervix releases mucus, so much mucus that sperm movement is slowed down. So mucus increases in much fold due to the action of these hormones. So these hormones help in the production of so much of mucus that mucus can prevent the movement of the sperm to reach the fallopian tube. The hormone releasing IUDs in addition make uterus unsuitable for the implantation and the cervix to become hostile. Hostile means become enemy for the sperms. Okay, so this is what I would like to tell you, the difference between hormone releasing, copper releasing, and as well as non-medicated IUDs. Okay, so this is how insertion can be done. Okay, now let's move and let's watch a video of IUD.
Vagina inside a woman's uterus with an intrauterine device, or IUD, is a birth control method consisting of a soft, flexible T-shaped device with a thin string on the end. There are two types of intrauterine devices: hormonal IUDs and a copper IUD. To prevent pregnancy, a doctor places an IUD inside a woman's uterus with the string hanging down inside her vagina. Both types of IUD cause mild inflammation of the uterine lining, which releases immune cells and chemicals that kill sperm. Hormonal IUDs also contain a synthetic type of progesterone called levonorgestrel. Levonorgestrel mainly prevents pregnancy by thickening the mucus inside the cervix, which prevents sperm from entering the uterus. It also prevents the uterine lining from thickening, so it is less likely to receive a fertilized egg. About a month after inserting an IUD, the doctor may schedule an exam to make sure it is still in place. The doctor may also teach the woman how to check her IUD between visits by feeling for the string inside the vagina. Depending on the type, an IUD can be left in place for 3 to 10 years. Women can have their doctor remove an IUD at any time for any reason, including the desire to have children. An intrauterine device, or IUD, is one of the most effective methods of birth control. IUDs are over 99% effective at preventing pregnancy. This means that less than 1 out of 100 women will become pregnant each year if they use an IUD and check it regularly for correct placement. However, IUDs are only about 97% effective if not checked for correct placement. For more
Okay, I hope you understood about that video. So these are very different methods of intrauterine devices. Remember those three different methods. And here comes the other important topic called pills. Other important intrauterine device, sorry, not intrauterine device, but one of the natural method in which we take consume, or the women who wanted to prevent conception, they consume some pills or tablets. So these are oral administration means taking through the mouth. So these are made up of progestogens or progestogen estrogen combination. Remember, these are the pills which are made up of chemicals of combinations. You can see here the combination of, it can be taken individual or it can be taken as a combination, progestogen and estrogen combination. How to consume it? If it is also from textbook itself. How to consume it? Pills have to be taken daily for a period of 21 days. Remember, these are the pills which can be taken before the coitus. Okay. So after starting preferably within the first 5 days of menstrual cycle. You remember na, the different stages of menstrual cycle. So these has to be taken before first 5 days of menstrual cycle. After a gap of 7 days again, during which menstrual cycle occurs, it has to be repeated in the same pattern till the female decides to prevent conception. I hope you understand this. So these are the pills which has to be taken by a female before coitus, even after coitus also. It has to be repeated, then only it will work. So any late or any um, delay in the intake of pills can no longer will be effective. And how these pills work? Remember, if a woman continuously adds up pills in her daily life, what it will do is it will stop the ovulation and implantation, as well as alter the quality of cervical mucus. So obviously The main purpose is that even though if there is a coitus or copulation, it will stop the movement of the sperms. Okay, and pills are very effective with lesser side effects and are well accepted by the females. Okay, and here the very famous pills that has been produced by our own CDRI, which is abbreviated as Central Drug Research Institution in Lucknow, and the name of it is called Saheli. Okay, and this can be called as once in a week pill also. Okay, there are so many pills right now in the market, eye pills. Okay, very famous right now. But these are the pills which are some of the examples like Mala D is very commonly used, and also Saheli eye pills. These are all the pills which has to be consumed soon after the coitus. Even we can say 72 hours of the coitus. Okay, here this is the other method of preventing conception is implants. Implant means like inserting a kind of implant, an instrument into the body. Like you can see here, right over here, even you can see a doctor very carefully inserting this IUD, sorry, not IUD, the implant into the arm or a bicep of a woman who want to prevent conception. Let's see what they have written right over here. These injections or implants, which are made up of, remember, they are not simply instruments, but they are made up of chemicals called progesterone alone or the combination with the estrogen, which can be inserted under the skin of a female. It like simply like a pills only. The same way the pills are acting, same way these implants also. So these combination progesterone and estrogen or IUDs within 72 hours of coitus are effective as emergency contraceptive to avoid possibly pregnancy even due to rape or unprotected intercourse. Okay, so these are the pills or the implants which has to be done soon after the coitus, especially during the post rape or unprotected intercourse. Okay, this is what I just read, which has taken out of the textbook only. Okay, so today we covered few things like implants, pills, and three different intrauterine devices like hormone releasing, copper releasing, and non-medicated IUDs. Okay, I hope this give you a little knowledge into your brains. Thank you and have a nice day.